Hello, everybody! Mike, just by himself over there wearing those sunnies, is just a visual that I don't think anybody knew they ever wanted. But it is amazing.
Nay, needed.
We all need it now.
Anyway, welcome everybody to another episode of the Coastal Conclave. We are live here this Thursday night playing the mini-campaign Cult of Hunger. It is our little side story where Andy gets to come in and be the DM for a little bit. And we're gonna jump into that in a few moments. You will notice that we're a bit light on players tonight. We've had a couple of people have to sadly drop out, but they may still show up. We'll find out. But at this point, we are going on ahead with Fig Duskwood, Druk, and Iviaris. And yes, we'll get started in a few moments. What we're going to do first is hand it over to Andy for the announcements. Wait, that's me. And there's just a couple, so obviously we still have our roll with advantage. Our dice deal till the end of September, 12% off, just by using the links on our socials and the description page to get some sweet click-clack math rocks, which, just incredible. And the Roll with Advantage company that runs out of Melbourne, she's done a fantastic job in making this absolutely incredible sort of dice store in Australia that has affordable dice. They don't break the bank.
Except if you buy 7, 8, 9, 10.
Even then, it's still not bad. You do the same thing from a lot of overseas people, and it's very expensive.
It's a big return on investment as well.
Yes,
right.
Exactly. Moving along, we still have Eldritch Foundry, our sort of friends over in the United States. They are online mini building software, and they're offering 15% off their mini purchases using the code CConclave15. And finally, we are partnering locally, so this is Central Coast, New South Wales, Australia, with a local store down in Gosford called Elemental Arcade, where we are trying to propagate the Dungeons and Dragons community. We're going down. We're playing games there, and soon, hopefully, we may even get a couple of their staff members onto the stream as guest appearances as well.
What?
So look out for that. Hopefully, that happens sooner rather than later.
That sounds great.
So with those announcements done, we're going to jump right into Cult of Hunger 3. The cultining. Or the hungering.
What's the regular groups? We're workshopping that. We're still workshopping that.
Exactly. We're still workshopping that.
I've got my vote on Cultalicious Hunger this year.
Cult of Hunger Thirst.
Yeah.
Let's just subvert expectations.
Whoa. The clan of thirsty.
Well, yeah, that's the regular group.
That's what we bring.
Just realised that the sound from this laptop was coming up every time a follow was on.
I wondered what that was.
That should be completely muted.
Yeah, no, it was still on.
I thought it was like a nice effect for our banter.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, exactly. Alright, well, we're going to jump straight in. So, Cult of Hunger 3. What happened previously on this adventure? We're picking up where our group left off. They had just met a Templar assassin of the Templar Inquisitor of the... He's not an assassin. Don't worry about that. Of the Empire named
Templar.
Solomon Demok.
Going into my notes.
Solomon had executed Christoph, the commander of the town of Redlin, who was basically in charge of the garrison there, the Imperial garrison, and his crime was he did not keep his ward or the lieutenant, Ericarina, safe, who is apparently the daughter of some general from Stormwatch. He was sentenced to death and swiftly beheaded, And then Solomon gave our group a new task. A task in order to move the item that had been found deep in the valley hills to the north amongst the cathedral, which happened in our first session, a flesh sack. Giant ball of fleshy sackness.
But it's a magical...
It was throbbing.
Yeah, and it was throbbing at the
I
time.
might say pulsing.
And it is magical of some nature,
Maybe.
perhaps.
Was it gorged?
No. Yes, maybe. We'll find
Up
out.
until we stop the ritual. And then it stopped. Then it sort
I
of
think we
went
cut it
flaccid.
off before it became engorged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you set it on fire before it became engorged. So, that has been relocated to Redland and kept at the storehouse. And a small Templar of Tempest Imperial Detachment is going to accompany our would-be heroic group of characters and party members off to Stormwatch to take it in for further examination by the Arcane Ministry there. After the request, your group got a down payment. You got 1,000 gold pieces, part of the 5k total that he was going to give for the mission. Yeah, you can. you went and bought some stuff.
We did go shopping.
It was a shopping session.
A montage.
So you met Husker's Rolling Market. Husker himself, a enigmatic salesman who sold you some sunnies. Some eyes of minute seeing, which Fig Dustwood is dawned for tonight's session.
Thank you very much. Look fabulous.
I believe there was a hammer that was enchanted.
A +1
Yeah.
ball
Maul, that's the one.
of dwarven make.
Yep. It's got dwarven heads on it, all that kind of stuff. Very fancy. I believe Silver and Bingo got a couple of things.
The thing of gonging.
Oh, yes. The whatever it's called, Orb of Gonging. We never know how to say that correctly, but yeah, that was a thing.
And
that
Silver
she had.
got some lovely earrings, if I'm not
Yep,
mistaken.
she got some earrings of, I think it was message. So she could message people. And Iviagus as well. I think got some healing potions. So, with your group's newfound loot, you had nothing but to wait for the next morn when you would travel on with this fleshy sack. So that night you had a couple of arm wrestling competitions, and then it was during the night that Silver...
We're just not going to talk about the winner.
No.
I'm okay with this.
Silver
I'm okay with this.
heard something in the rain-soaked eve. Sounds of cackling laughter and battle, which she for a moment mistook for a dream, but awoke to find that it was truly happening. She then aroused, or awoke, let's not talk about fleshy sacks and arousal, the other party members from their slumbers, and you all rushed off into the night to ascertain what was going on. What you found, though, was very disheartening, as guards, bodies, and Templars that were around the storehouse and inside the storehouse were all torn to pieces and killed. The bodies rent by huge claws. Fig, you investigated and probably counted it's maybe one, maybe two creatures maximum that's potentially running around at the moment. But it seems like they had a bit of a fight on their hands and then got killed. The flesh sack, though, remains wrapped up in the storehouse.
Curiously so.
Yeah. And from down the street, Druk then heard a scream. And with his winged boots, he flew back down the way that you came towards the tavern. And from a home, he saw a trail of blood leading out into a mist-filled street. Yes, mist in the middle of a torrential downpour night. And amongst the mist, right at its center, was a hulking, 10-foot sized, white matted fur, gnoll-like creature, but with enormous fangs, currently impaled upon this poor commoner lady's corpse. She seemed pretty dead, but was draining the blood from her. That's when it locked eyes with you, Druk, and you looked at him, and he looked at you. And
Back at him.
now back to me.
I'm holding that thing he loves.
Now I'm on a horse. And it's just become an Old Spice ad.
Only better.
Yeah. We're not sponsored by Old Spice, by the way.
Yes. Old Spice.
Yeah, call us. I mean, they did the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, so for the movie, so maybe they'll do stuff. Scent of Druk.
It smells like car batteries.
Yeah, pretty much. So, as you both look not lovingly into each other's eyes, the creature definitely looks hungry, definitely emanating this miasma of violence, like it's on a killing spree and it's just ready to rampage further. It drops the corpse, lets out a massive howl, and I will get the three of you to roll for initiative.
Which
First roll of the night. Rolling dice. Hope it's good.
rolling with advantage.
Nope.
Let's roll. Yeah. Out of 14.
Sorry, 1 second.
Dear viewers, if you're wondering why I am tucking into a salad and a schnitzel, it's because my lovely partner made me a pack-away lunch. Or dinner. Dinner.
The chat was going wild with that question.
Yeah, what is he eating and
What
why is he doing
Duck
it?
eating?
I just realised you've got some of those emojis up on the chat already, so that's heaps good. Check it out.
Mr. Productive.
No, sick.
Just as long as I want to test it out.
Richard's just seeing some of his work go live on Twitch, so smash those emotes.
Yep.
Just the one at the moment, but
More to come.
yeah.
Hello, everybody. Look at my chin for a few minutes.
Chin cam.
Yeah, I'm just trying. You know what? That's not going to work. So I'm just going to have to do this.
It builds the suspense
Yeah.
for the battle, and the rolls is
And
shin.
it's,
Alright.
it's always somebody's king.
Yeah.
Big Duskwood initiative, please.
14. It's a high 14, so
High 14. Okay, that's fine. Drook.
It's a low 5.
A low 5. Not
Yeah.
high 5.
Oh, jeez.
Side 5.
Don't unsub.
Come for the Dungeons and Dragons, ladies and gentlemen. Stay for the Drokes. We'll be here all night.
Literally.
What'd you get?
I roll a dirty 6.
A dirty 6.
My man.
What does the no get, ladies and gentlemen? What does the no get? Okay. It's a high 13. Okay, so we start with Fig Duskwood.
Cool.
So you are still back down the street. At the moment, you have not heard really anything.
Okay. So I'm in the mist. It's raining. I heard the scream, right?
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is probably exactly the amount that I need. I would think.
You get the earplugs of precise hearing.
Well, look, the ring of truth telling ain't helping that much. These eyes of minute seeing are actually working out pretty well. But yeah, I'll take that on board for next time.
When he
We'll
gets
see.
the other K monies, he's going to buy some earplugs of hearing.
Yeah.
We'll put some budget towards
We'll go
it.
see.
Yeah.
We'll go see Husker. He delivers. Yes, it was 13.
13. Funnily enough, that actually is enough. So you're inside the storehouse. There's not really much going on. It's quite quiet outside, and all of a sudden you'll hear two noises. You'll hear the first scream. I think Drook actually did yell something out, flew away, and then you heard the howl. So you have at least heard some sort of auditory response to that. Something's going on outside.
If I knew Drook, like I think I know Drook, it would have been
Tomato! I think that's almost exactly what you said.
So with this in mind, I will just move as far as I can in the direction of Druck's call.
So it takes you 15 feet to get to the door, and then if you look down the street, even with the pouring rain, you see him probably about 60
Because we're still in the
feet.
storehouse.
You're still at the storehouse with
Right.
the rest of the people, yeah.
So I'll dash then, so that gives me 80 feet.
Yep. So you will then be able to get there.
Awesome.
You're on the
Importantly,
field of play.
Iviargus, are you in the storehouse still?
No, last we left off, I was running down the street with a flamer,
Okay, right. Okay, all right. Then I'll hold
not
my
knowing where anything was.
I'll hold my question until I'm in your proximity. That's it for me for now.
So you went running afterwards.
Yeah, I just went running off. We heard the other noises, and I was off running ahead of everyone.
Such a rookie Templar.
Yeah.
Rookie
So
move.
probably put you. We'll say you're about here, running down, and
Also,
then.
he's actually in front of me. Then I'll ask him
Oh well.
my question, which is,
No.
do you prefer Ivy or Gus? If you had a choice.
Who's Ivy?
Ivy.
Ivy.
Ivy. What if I weighted towards Gus?
I don't know who that is.
Right. That enter.
Alright, it's the Nolly Boy's turn. And you're currently in the sky, so he's going to.
He looks like a totally ordinary run-of-the-mill Null.
Good puppy. Put it down.
Okay. So it drops the corpse. You can see that she's been drained of a lot of blood. She's basically pale white, gaunt, even like it's like sucking the very soul out of her. She does look very deceased, so the body just crumples to the ground, no motion whatsoever. It sort of looks up at you, and the eyes fixate on you, and they bore into you as if it's magically sort of just affecting you, and you just feel this wave of nausea and sickness as these eyes instill something within you that's really unsettling. And I will get you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. I just realised that there was a tyranny here. Put him away.
That's our secret weapon.
Just incorporate it.
That's a 25.
25, nice. You manage to brush off and push away that feeling.
It does not affect me.
The creature, realizing that it hasn't managed to be able to affect you, it's then going to move 10, 20, leap up here, and then go another, so it's got climb speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, and gets all the way sort of up here, perching. That's definitely not going to stay.
We've got it. Theatre of the mind. He's up there.
Yep.
Just like ripping out the tiles.
Yeah, he goes bounding as he's going up. Yeah, the straw house. He's kind of like kicking up the straw, the hay, and then on top of the tiles, he's just terracotta tiles are just coming off as his massive claws are just rending into the roof of that building. So he's now pretty much perched right on the top, and he looks like he's pretty much getting ready to jump out to you, Druk, but. That is its turn. So, Iviargus, it is now you.
Right, I'm running down the street, yelling, "Ah!" And I stop when I see it, and then I take a few steps back and I'm like, shit. I cast heroism on myself.
I feel like he needs that.
Yeah.
So I get, I'll say three temporary hit points, and use fear, which I think is a good move. And I will move to just underneath where he is if I can make it. So I'll go full movement towards where he is on the,
This one. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can get pretty much all the way down to there. You're like, come at me. Cool. Druk. It's your turn.
Iviargus, the beast is on the roof. Let us do battle.
And I'm going to fly.
You two?
Friendly fire is acceptable.
So yeah, my goal is to fly above the white knoll.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm doing that, I am going to tap into the path that my tribe has blessed me as one of its chosen, as Blessed of the Thunder. And as I do so, my
Surprised he stayed up.
draconic form expands. The scales on my body, because remember, Druck is just wearing a loincloth, so there's a lot of body to show. The scales on my body and my head and the ridges elongate. I start to become much more draconic visually. So much so you can see this somewhere between a dragon wormling and a dragonborn is now flying above, wielding this dwarven maul, and I'm going to cut the flight of my boots as I bring my maul down on the knoll.
Nice.
Now, Andy, a brief question about rules.
You come to the right place.
So I'm actually playing as the new giant subclass of the barbarian, right?
Correct.
So
Yep.
as part of this, you actually expand in size. So
You become large, that's
I've
correct.
become large. I am now large. Now it doesn't say there's an additional damage to it, but if you look at the enlarge reduce spell, when something becomes large, they get a D4 on top of that.
They do, as part of the effect of that spell.
Effect of that spell, Dungeon Master.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it a symptom of the spell or a symptom of?
Yeah, it
the effect of the
specifically says you become large and you can deal an extra 1d4.
spell? See,
You don't gain that becoming large doesn't deal the extra 1d4.
I thought that because you are large, that's the justification for the extra damage. Like when you become small, you become harder to hit. That makes sense to me. Where do you sit on this?
You're just trying to eke an extra 1d4 damage out.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Have you got a caster on the team? Maybe Silver can put enlarge on you and then you become huge with an extra 1d4.
I'll try.
Look, you can gain, because you're doing a top-down attack, like a high ground attack and stuff like that, putting some momentum into it, I'll do you one better. You can have an extra d6 damage.
Hey, when he's right, he's right, he's right.
You gotta hit first, though.
Let's remember, kids. Ask for what you want in life.
Make a strong enough case and you're okay.
Alright. Oh! It's only a 13 to hit.
That is gonna definitely miss. Yeah, that's gonna miss. So you kind of just swing down, full momentum. The creature, I mean, it hasn't shown particularly crazy agility, but all of a sudden it just sort of throws itself back quickly, and the maul just smashes down into the roof. The entire section of the roof collapses down, and the knoll's now probably just a little bit back away from where the attack would have hit it. But in that moment, both you and, well, all three of you now would have seen it is quite agile.
I love that it took 5 minutes to get you to roll and then you missed.
Alright. It's not about the roll I did now. It's about the next roll I'm going to do.
It's about he's going to fly back up and do the same thing again.
We've got him on camera.
We've got. This is.
You did cut the boots,
precedent.
so you are now no longer technically flying. So I'll just take that out to remind me.
I love it.
Yes!
You got him!
He's dead.
We're going to say,
Guys.
surely there's some siege damage to the building and it just collapses on top of it.
100%.
Yeah. So our little Nolly guy and you are having at it right next to each other.
Great.
Cool.
I have another attack.
Whoa!
You do, yes. Go for it.
And you better not put another 5. It's a 23.
So 23, that's it.
So coming down, boom! It dashes back. There's those terracotta tiles splinter and fly everywhere.
You grab on, bring it maul around and just sort of swing out.
As I bring it around, there's crackling energy, lightning ripples around the maul, the head of the maul, and it's going to give me a little bit more juice in the cannon. All right, 2d6 plus another 6 lightning damage. So can you guys who have played barbarians before remind me what do I stack on top of rage?
Just +2 at your level.
Yes.
Yeah, you get +2 damage.
Yeah.
But you can also reckless attack, which gives you advantage. On
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you take
They
disadvantage.
also get it.
Yeah.
They'll get advantage against you back. Yeah.
But you are drunk. I welcome damage.
I don't feel like advantage with this guy.
Yeah. Me thinky too. Alright, so for the bludgeoning damage, we've got 10.
10 damage? Yep.
10 points of bludgeoning damage and another 6 lightning damage.
6 lightning damage. 16 total.
Now,
As-
since there's a creature in this that needs to do a Constitution saving throw or have disadvantage on attack rolls until the start of your next turn.
Nice. Con. Okay. Is it 26?
Yeah, we'll just say that. While I'm trying to work out what the DC is, let's just say that works.
So you watch as, this time the Maw collects it. And even though it was quick to dodge that first attack, Druk was slightly quicker on that follow-up. It didn't realize that you could do that. It takes it in the chest. You hear a sickening crack as it's knocked back a little bit. Lightning arcs over it, singeing flesh. That seems like a good hit.
That crack would have been sickening to some, but it is music to the ears of Druk, the lesson of the thunder.
Blood splats up a bit of blood. Just
Battle.
At this point, Binger and Silver are not following for some reason. So Fig, it's your turn.
I will move 40 feet. I get close enough to where I could possibly throw something. Will we say it's within 20 feet up on that roof?
It is.
Well, before we even do that, I am, of course, going to rage, like all good barbarians.
It's
And-
35 feet away from you.
Beautiful. So I will wild magic and I get teleport! Fantastic. So
Nice.
now I can teleport up to 30 feet. You can use this effect on each of your turns as a bonus action. So I, of course, am going to teleport onto the roof just to make your life really difficult up there.
I'm just gonna. Everybody's just gonna hang on. Yep.
So fog, rain's coming down on these wet tiles, but I'm going to teleport up there. And I am absolutely...
You know what I'll do. You know what I'll do. Sorry, continue.
I'm absolutely...
Everybody's coming off.
Reckless attack.
And this is just gonna get spun around. The giant earthquake comes out of nowhere as the world is rent asunder.
Let's see here. I just gotta remember what the base damage is. +3/+5. Okay,
So
that
everybody's
is
not flying.
21 to hit.
21 will hit. He's
Fantastic.
there, and
If you can believe it, I rolled a 1 on my damage. So that is a terrible, terrible 6. I don't think I can re-roll my damage with anything. I can't.
but I think so.
Okay, so he takes 6 bludgeoning damage. And I will use my second attack to attack normally for 22 to hit.
22 hits.
You are going to dice jail, you rubbish DA, for another 6.
Another 6.
So I skid up
And-
there, teleport up.
Now,
Yeah.
war weapon,
Great club.
great club, not magical, correct?
What's mine?
So not magical.
So, I mean, it's really, it's subjective, right?
You get the 2 hits really well, but each one, you know this great club, any other creature, it would really it'd break bone, it would smash, pulp flesh. This creature seems to be resisting the damage of it.
Okay.
Attacks are not doing quite as much as you would have hoped.
I turn to Drock and say, good to see you up here.
Welcome to the field of battle. Wait, welcome to the roof of battle.
Alrighty. So it is, the rain is just pelting down now. The terracotta tiles are really slippery. You feel like you're probably going to have to take a dex save next turn. It's now... it is now the Gnoll's turn, and thanks to the fact that it seems to be a climber, its massive claws are really gripping into the terracotta tiles. It doesn't seem perturbed by the slipperiness. On the other hand, though, you watch as the massive wound that you gave it starts to heal over.
God damn it.
Cheer up.
It just lets out this cackling roar and swings out with a rending claw on, let's say, Fig to start with. And I believe you reckless, so advantage for me, which means that will definitely hit.
Well, I mean, still, just ask out of courtesy.
25.
Yep, yeah, that hits.
20. Yes, 25. The claw rends you for 8.
Oof.
It's hard because you're raged.
I will take it.
It will then try and bite down on Drook, swinging out with that enormous canines. 14 makes it a 22. With that hits.
Drink your fill, beast.
So, first things first, you are taking 15 of the piercing damage.
Half.
Half, yes. You
It's
are.
not rounded up, right?
Yeah, I read that. Yep. Then you are taking another 9 points of necrotic damage. And you watch as its wounds heal further.
I'm sensing there's a thing here.
As the creature's giant sort of mouth gets into a shoulder and you feel blood and energy being drained from you. And as it does, the wounds that you've done on it start to mend over itself. The creature then unlatches itself as you kind of push it away. And it looks almost fresh as it was when it started the fight.
Don't let it bite you, Fig.
I don't intend to. It's like, hold my great club here, just like in a guard.
In addition, your maximum hit points are reduced by 9 as well.
I thought so.
It is now Iviagus' turn.
Alright.
Come on, Ivy.
I'm going to look at the building and I'm sure it's going to drop. I can't get up there, so I'm going to back off.
I'm just going to move that up because I'm like, nobody can see the massive battle that's happening on top of the thingy.
Guiding bolts.
Just moving back to shoot guiding bolt. Go.
Light him up, rookie!
Ride it up.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, we get copyright.
And you're just like, huh?
We'll get a copyright strike with a rendition that accurate.
Except I said PK fire.
So that would be a
Razor.
16 to hit.
16? That's a miss.
I will use
Whoa.
my ability to, favoured by the gods,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
because it's on attack rolls, so these dice are not doing me any favours.
Yeah, just like, it's a little
That
solid here in
adds
health.
an extra 5, so a 21 to hit.
21 does hit, yes.
Mark that off. So, let's make sure D6 is good. 4. 4 D6. 9. 13 points of radiant damage. As he does so, you see the tattoos above his eyes start to glow with radiant energy. And that seems to be the source of where the guiding bolt comes from. It streaks out and slams into his back.
Radiant energy blasts from the tattoos, and you watch as the gnoll initially may have looked like it was going to dodge, but it actually kind of dodges into the attack. There's a momentary sort of timey-wimey thing that makes it look like it's missing, but it actually directly hits, kind of homes in on the attack. The creature howls in pain as it's knocked back a little bit and is now glowing with the miasma of the radiant energy. Anything else, Ivianis?
I will stay put because I'm not getting up there.
Excellent. Druk, it is your turn. At the start of your turn, I will need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Thanks, Mike.
It was always on his agenda.
Dex?
Yeah.
10.
10. You unfortunately, a tile slips from underneath you and you go prone next to it. You lose your movement for this turn, but you are still on the roof.
Okay. So Guiding Bolt will give me advantage on the next strike.
Correct.
Did the radiant damage look like it affected the creature?
It did. It seemed like it hit it pretty hard, but it doesn't seem to have done any additional damage to it.
Gotcha. So I'm going to use my breath weapon.
That's a good call. Because even with the thingy, you're at disadvantage from attacking from prone position. I'll give him disadvantage on the dex save because of the guiding bolt for this attack. Because otherwise, the guiding bolt energy would just disperse and not actually do anything.
Great. A dex save, please.
You have disadvantage.
Seems like he's quite dexterous.
He is quite dexterous, but I didn't roll particularly hot. That's only a 12.
That is incredible.
That's just DC, isn't it?
What?
That's the DC, isn't it?
Nah, it's 14.
Oh, okay, cool.
I got a bit of wiggle room on the side, but Druck, he kind of reels back and lightning starts to kind of ripple around his extending kind of carapace and on some of these kind of bone fragments which are kind of extended out, and then his foot slips on a tile which kind of comes loose, skidding off the top of the building, and he hits the deck, and it actually like the wind being knocked out of you just goes lightning, and it's like straight up into the clouds through the beast. And that is going to be 2d6 lightning damage.
Lightning damage. Nice.
6. Now, can I stand up on my turn so I'm not prone next time, or
you need movement to do that? Yeah.
Right. Cool.
So you go prone and you lose your movement value completely. So you'll have to do it next time.
Sweet. That's my turn.
I was gonna say that's not. That's because this is only 25 minutes. The battle music that I selected. I was like, why is it already going on to different music? Alright, thank you, Druk. Finger and Silver remain MIA for some reason. Mind you, Drunkard and a Bard, maybe they've gone off somewhere.
It's misty, there's rain pouring down,
Yeah,
it's hard to
exactly.
see everybody. We don't know how many of these creatures there are.
Yeah, they could be fighting another one elsewhere. Fig, you are back on the deck.
Fantastic. So,
Drock, are you willing?
Oh, before you continue, I need a dex save from you, sir.
When the battle.
hold that thought, because I may have to retcon. Hold on. Okay.
Wait, who's the fault?
I
think you.
Dex save.
Yeah, dex save.
Is sorry. Is 15.
15, that's enough. You're still good. Continue on.
Are you willing?
When battle commences, Druck is always willing.
So I've got my great club. I hold one hand and touch your shoulder, and I use Fey Gift on you, giving you Spite.
Nice.
So for yourself, the next creature that you attack will attack at disadvantage. I believe that's how that works.
So I infect them with disadvantage.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah,
So until the next, creature I help hits a target with an attack, so you're going to hit him on the next time. That target, a Nolly bad boy, or not Noel, has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Nice.
So.
I feel unusually spiteful today.
Okay, so I am of course going to reckless attack once more.
Go for it.
No, I use my bonus action for the gift. I should have teleported away. I forgot I'm a teleporting creature now. So that is 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay, and that is 11 damage with the first attack.
Nice.
And then I'll attack again. My second attack, that is dirty 20 to hit. And you take, it's only the 13. 13 damage.
We got him
Yeah.
on the ropes.
Smashing into it with the great club. It is definitely resisting the mundane hits somewhat, but you still manage to just lay into it and really rough it up. You hear bones snapping and stuff like that as the creature is belted again by the blunt object.
Keep that light stuff up, Izzy. You got this, Rook.
So. He's like, I'm busy doing other things. So. The knoll doesn't seem to regenerate this turn for some reason.
Your breath isn't that bad.
The wounds remain on it and it kind of takes a few steps back. This time taking it, as it was kind of hit really badly by you, Fig, it's going to go into you twice with both the first and second, and I believe you reckless for both.
I got a reckless for the first, right?
You reckless?
Yeah,
in general.
Yeah, sorry.
That is definitely a hit. So Clories first. Which do an absolutely massive 10 points of slashing damage.
Whoa. Just like when Riker used to get me and just tickle me with that little dagger of hers. You got nothing on me.
And then it lunges in for the bite.
Misses.
And gets a nat 20.
This is what I get. Now, with my great glasses, could I have seen this coming?
Funnily not. No, I don't think anybody was seeing this coming. So that doubles the damage dice. So that's 4d6 plus 5 piercing damage.
Bring on the ones.
6, 10. So
Yep.
16 plus 5, 21 piercing damage. And then we double up the necrotic as well to 48.
Roll ones. All ones.
Oh,
So what is that? Oh, my d8 is broken. That's right. But it is a 3. So that is 4, 8, plus another 8. 16 necrotic damage. Which reduces your maximum hit points by 16 and it heals an amount as well.
So we start to see it get back together.
Yeah. So again, you see the creature where your attacks were breaking bones. You hear sickening cracks as the bones are popping back into place, and it is looking a lot fresher from that strike. The blood being drained from you through the bite, the enormous canines, as it lets go as you try to push around it.
Poor. Oh, not looking good. I'm sort of like leaning now, like sort of just struggling to stay, up here on the
Yep.
roof. Like I've sort of got my big great club with his barbs trying to hold onto the tiles. Like it's clear I'm really not doing okay.
Yep.
We need to get some distance from this thing, Fig.
I spit blood.
Iliagus, it is now your turn.
Alright. I am just going to walk around in a circle, fuming.
Fuming is an action, so that's the end of your turn.
I will cast as a bonus action. I
Mhm.
believe. Just double check I get them around the right way. Healing word
Nice.
at second level on Fig. Who's taking the most damage? Is that right?
I suspect this is the case.
Very much so.
2d4 plus 3.
A bite crit is like, even for a barbarian, it's almost a distance of the
So, 10 points of healing.
Combination with reckless.
Yeah, it's great, but yeah.
And
when
then,
that happens, it's just like
Very rough.
as a bonus action, I will attempt to toll the dead
okay.
on the
No. And it is a wisdom save.
It is.
That is a 14.
That's a save. 14 is what you need.
So you know that you kind of cast out your magics, and you know that it would normally hear a bell in its head, but the creature sort of like looks up and its ears flutter for a second, and then it just goes back to what it was doing. You're like, that's not supposed to happen.
Like a dog when they hear that, like,
Yeah.
silent
Or Ares when he hears a fey whistle.
You know what's amazing is like I have all these other potions. Comprehension, watchful rest, potion of climbing. You think I've got a potion of damn healing here? No.
3.
Ibiakis, anything else?
No, I suppose I'll go over and try and start climbing the building.
Oh, should have tossed it.
So I'll say that I wasted 10 feet walking in a circle.
Yep. I'll say you just get up to the building and you're just like looking up, trying to.
I try and kick it and make it collapse.
It's pretty sturdy at the bottom. Like it damaged on the roof. Water's getting in. It might rot out over the course of the next hour or so, but I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. You know, pretty good brick and mortar construction, like they did in the old days. So, Drook, it's your turn. And because you're prone, you need to make another dex save.
Because I'm prone, I need to make
Well, not because you're prone. You're still on the roof.
Mr. Dungeon Master, if you're prone on the roof, like you're on the roof, you're not really standing, right? Would you
That's true, but you might still slide down.
Oh, you
I
have
feel
to
like I've got more surface area there. Can I have it with advantage?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're still raging, so I'll say between those two
So
things, you
angry
kind
at
of
this
just get
roof.
you're just so angry at the roof, you're able to adhere to it better.
It was a dex, wasn't it?
It was a dex save, yeah.
Separately. 15.
15 is enough.
Alright.
So you can act normally this turn. You can stand up, which loses half your movement, and you can continue that.
Standing up. I look at the beast. And I push it off the roof.
Okay. Strength versus strength.
Does this count as an attack?
Technically, yeah. Okay, that's not great.
Good, because I get to roll with advantage.
You do get to roll with advantage, yep.
Yeah, I know. It's only a 16.
Oh, I actually win! I got a 17. So,
Let's just double check.
so you try to run up, grab it, and it kind of
Plus 2 from raging?
you watch as its two sort of hind legs, the claws sort of like a cat's extend even further and just dig in, and it kind of like holds and sort of extends back, and you can feel just rippling strength of this thing. It is probably, even though you're raging and you're putting all your effort into it, it is still able to outmatch you and push you back, and you're now just sort of thrown backwards, kind of slip a little bit, but you're still on your feet on the roof.
That D4 would really come in handy there. But because you said that was an attack, I get an extra attack, right?
Anyway.
You can anyway, because when you do multi-attack, you can replace any attack with a grapple or a push.
Great.
So you can
now
make your
I
now
attack.
second attack.
Push it again.
Oh, I can push him again and try again?
I believe the ruling is that you can't double the same thing twice if you're doing that. So you can't, like, if you've got 3 attacks, you can't grapple.
Which
You
is
can
fair enough,
grapple and
because
make 2 attacks and stuff like that.
It kind of falls, it goes in it goes in the opposite direction from the rule of cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it's the rule of boring.
Yeah. It's the, I'm trying to optimize and do the thing, yeah. And I actually don't even think that's a rule. I think that's just a house rule of mine. But if it's an actual rule, then
Yeah, that's fair enough.
the people on the internet will correct me and
It's
say,
like-
Andy, you didn't come up with that. That's in the book.
It's like spamming lockpicks, just like
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so just a straight up normal attack, I
Mhm.
guess. You know.
There goes my restless subclass.
Come on, baby.
If I didn't love you so much,
Is the roll with advantage dice killing you?
I won't say that.
Not while we're sponsored by her.
I tell you what, these great dice, looking at them really softens the blow.
Yeah. When you roll poorly, they just look so amazing that it's okay. So you swing out, the maul, this creature, it's pushed you away, the maul comes out, it's kind of like reactionary, like, in that case, take this. And it kind of just ducks on the attack. You catching nothing but rain.
With my bonus action, I pass Fig a healing potion.
Okay. Too easy.
Big.
Oh, yeah.
We need to get some distance from this thing. This does not fight fair.
Yeah. I feel you, Govy. I feel you.
Alright, Fig.
So
You are up.
I'm just struggling with the fact that because he technically didn't hit him, then Spite doesn't work. Which is fine.
No, I still got it right to hit someone.
No, it's only lasts until my next turn.
Right.
And it didn't attack you, it attacked him twice.
Yeah, so...
I didn't even think of that.
Druck would have had to have connected to give disadvantage on the next attack.
Correct,
And so because both missed, no dice, essentially.
Yep. Does not work. First things first, dexterity saving throw for you, please.
Unless I'm teleporting away.
I'll allow it.
So I will...
Sorry, I've got to get my right. What is it?
yeah.
I'll allow it.
Let's see here. I don't want to necessarily teleport too far away. Oh, no.
This rooftop looks really good.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking this, but I'm going to have to make that pesky deck save. And usually I have exactly what I want to do worked out, but I wasn't seeing Druck push him off, and then certainly wasn't seeing him not succeed at it. Twice. So, what would Fig do? Very much tempted to just lash out. Yep. He's gonna hit. Yep. He's got a reckless attack.
Your teleport's a bonus action, isn't it?
It is.
So you hit first. Yeah.
Yeah. So I won't be able to use a healing potion, but yeah, I feel like it's important to smack this clown. Ooh, come on, baby. For 19 to hit.
19 hits.
19 hits. So he will take 7 damage with my great club. As I swing out, and as it connects, I teleport down and away underneath that little house down here.
Down here?
Yeah, I kind of don't want to
Let's
see
bring him down here. Bring him down here.
So down, yeah. So this is the doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, right in the doorway here. So on the
How far is the teleport? 30 feet?
30 feet.
You'll be able to get to there.
Okay, hopefully, can I kind of like tuck behind the tree? So I mean, I'm not stealthing because I can't, but
Well, you start moving now.
I move to the house. Ah, jeez. Just remember how to play, Mike. Okay, nice.
Movement, action, bonus action.
Yeah. And I won't knock on the door because the mechanics don't allow me. So
But you can shout really loudly.
that is true.
I'll allow you to knock on the door. Like,
I knock on the door.
Let me in, Govy! There's a big monster out here.
for a second there, you hear like something moving, and then there's a voice come back.
Well, I'm not going to let you in if you're going to bring it in here. Well, we can close the door afterwards.
That's a good point. You start hearing something jiggling at the handle, but it doesn't open immediately.
Fantastic. That's the end of my turn.
Alright, the Gnoll is going to attack.
Wait, isn't Noel doing deck saves?
No, it's not.
Jerk!
He did say the claws.
The fact that it seems to be able to climb seems to make it immune to having to roll a dex save. Well, mechanically, it has a climb speed, so it doesn't need to make a check for that.
Perhaps we should move it to ground that's more suitable for us.
I like
Yeah, you're fighting it on its territory.
I'll catch you, jump.
Alright, it is going to... Who's hit it with what? It is going to regenerate this turn.
I'm sorry, say that again.
As you watch as
Regenerate.
some of its wounds again start to heal, and it seems to be just innately being able to do that, even though it can also drink your blood and regenerate health as well.
It's double dipping.
It is.
Don't
It's
like
double
this.
dipping.
Don't like this at all.
Don't mind this creature.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
So much fun.
So, at this point, there's only one target it can swing at, and Drook, you're there, just holding your own on the very unstable terracotta roof of this building. The creature sort of lunges in, and it is going to make 2 attacks against you.
Brilliant.
It's going to throw its claws in first. I don't think you reckless, did you?
No.
No. So it rolls. It's going to be 15 to hit.
15 is the AC.
Yes. Claws do 9 points of slashing damage.
I heard 5.
We did. And then the big bite as it tries, its claws rend into you and it pulls you in and tries to bite down on you. That's not going into the pot, it's going somewhere completely different. That's going to be a miss. That is only an 11.
Just ramming the haft of my maul.
Yeah.
Keeping that base.
The teeth are very long, like they're saber-tooth length, like massive. Mauls probably like that, and these things are like kitchen knives, basically. Oof. Much bigger than any gnolls you've seen. Like the gnolls generally have big canines, but they're only like maybe, dog-sized, essentially. It gnashes down on the maul's haft as you shove it into its mouth, and then sort of pivot it and sort of just spin its head over with it so it breaks free of you, and it sort of takes a few steps back. Definitely feels like it's winning, but despite that, it looks around and tries to lunge away. So you do have an attack of opportunity.
Which direction?
It's going to that roof.
Right, okay. I'm going to take that attack of opportunity. I'm going to take it to the bank. Can I reckless with an attack of opportunity?
You most certainly can.
I'm going to do that.
You better roll good this
Go on, baby.
20. 20.
20 hits.
Right. So as it's kind of fleeing, just whack in the haunches. So same thing, I'm going to get 2 d6 plus 5 and then another d6 lightning. So that is 8, 13 bludgeoning damage and then 5 lightning damage on top of it. Grand total of 18.
Nice. It does throw it off mid-leap, but it still manages to smash into the terracotta tiles of this.
It's trying to flee!
And it sort of scrambles a little bit, and then its giant sort of claws get itself good purchase. So that's its jump, and then it will sort of run over here, and it gets to about there. So he's just gonna sit there for now. Sit.
Hey.
Good boy.
Ibiagus, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm going to try and track him on the ground. I'm going to run after him. He's over this way! And then, while I'm doing that, use my bonus action to convert my sorcery points to get a spell slot.
6.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast the Gliding Bolt at him again.
Go for it.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, this is bad.
Someone had to go our way then. Hey!
This is gonna hurt.
What is it? First that was 4d6, isn't it?
Yeah, so it'd be 8d6. Basically a fireball hit.
Oh.
That is 12. 26. That's 6, 2 more. 33
Nice.
points of radiant damage.
Well, it's bloody now, finally. As it's sort of like scampering across, you kind of come running down the street, see it on this side of the building, pull sort of like your hand up to point at it, and from your tattoos, a coalescing ball of energy starts to sort of come out, but it overcharges almost. It like starts growing bigger than it was the first time, shoots out, slamming into the creature, kind of knocking it back into the terracotta tiles. They start flying off, crumpling to the ground, and it has to throw out a claw, otherwise it goes with them.
They are storm.
I don't see anything because I'm pounding on the door.
Whack my shield.
Let me in!
Well struck, Iriagus.
Druk, it's your turn.
Now, before you make me roll a dex save, I want to activate my Boots of Flying
Sure.
to avoid making a dex save.
That's fine.
I'm gonna see this bolt down on it.
Has redeemed.
I'm gonna crest the top of the rooftop now, flying above, and I am going to pull out one of my javelins. Lightning is gonna crackle.
You're just going straight up here.
Yeah. Pulling out one of my javelins, lightning crackling down the shaft of it, right down to the tip. And just hurl that javelin at it.
Like trying to get you in, but you're very high. There we go. Now we can see you.
Pull back like some kind of thunder god, and leveraging that guiding bolt. That is a 27.
That's gonna hit.
Damn straight that hits.
For some reason, no, it doesn't now. I don't know why. It just suddenly doesn't hit.
Carry the 2.
Yeah. So that is 8 points of piercing damage and 6 points of lightning damage.
Nice. Your javelins, though, are not magical, correct?
Not magical, though.
But the lightning damage will still be full.
But they're drugs, so you know.
So the javelin impales, it pretty much just goes straight through a shoulder. Lightning sort of blasts over the creature as it does, and it looks pretty annoyed at that strike.
Let's keep our distance. This foe heals itself from our blood.
And I'm going to pick out another javelin and throw it. This one doesn't crackle with electricity, so this is just going to be mundane. But that is a 24 to hit.
Go for it.
With 7 points of piercing damage.
Nice. Takes the next hit. Looks like it's starting to get quite rough. The blast from the radiant guiding bolts, the strike that you hit it, suddenly put it on its on the defense, even though it was the one that initiated the fleeing. Druk, with the end of your turn, we come back to the top of the round. It is Fig's turn.
So I like to think that in maybe a moment of cowardice, my rage has sort of dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the heroic actions of my fellow adventurers, he re-rages.
Yep.
So I get to roll on my table again.
I'll allow it.
And shadowy venom-like tendrils blast out of Fig.
At that point, the door opens, and the guy just goes, "Nope," closes the door again.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
Shadow Beast!
Now, can we say that I moved before the effect? So, because by the rule, it says creatures of my choice that I can see within 30 feet must succeed on Constitution saving throw. But from where I am at the moment, I can't see the creature.
That's correct. However, you would never have known that you would have rolled that.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Damn, he's got me on a technicality.
I'll take the D12 temporary hit points. Yes, 5. Great, amazing. Okay. Yeah, right. Fine. Okay.
The previous episode was thirsty. This episode is salty.
So much salt. Oh, you have no idea what else I've got.
Yeah.
The salt will flow tonight, I'm sure.
So does there happen to be any other? Are there any mirrors, perhaps? You know, like can I see the creature in the reflection of a building, maybe across the street?
How full is
like a window.
Yeah.
There's a window to the you want to.
Well, because it says within 30 feet that I can see. So if I could see the creature from a reflection.
Okay. Yeah. So there is a large sort of stained glass sort of window on the other side, right where it is. Kind of, you've seen a flash. You're like, okay, maybe I could see it over there. And you look over there. And there's no reflection.
Use enhance.
Where's it go?
Use the CSI enhance.
I'll put up my shield.
Yes.
I'll try and bounce the moonlight.
I don't think my goggles are going to help me here.
I'll give it an accurate.
I think everybody's figured out what it is now.
Okay, nothing in the reflection. I can't see anything in that damn reflection. I share with everybody. Okay, fine. So what I'll do is I'll shuffle out from my coward hiding hole.
Yeah.
Because I saw the lights go off, so I know where the creature is.
Yeah, you know it's up here.
So I'm going to use, say, 15 feet of movement to come
Yeah,
out.
15 will get you there.
So I'm going
Give
to
you a line of sight.
I'm going to throw a hand axe. I guess I've got to throw that at disadvantage at that range.
Yeah, it's like 35, 40 feet away from you.
So here we go. So I'm not liking my chances, but hey, got to do it. Yep, that's going to miss. And so I throw one. And my second attack.
Somebody on the other side of town.
14 to hit, but how far away is Drak?
Oh, it's pretty far. 10, 20, 30, 40.
Number of allies I can see. So
He's 70 feet away.
okay, so as long as I can see him, that's plus. I get +2 from Fortune of the Many, and that would give me. Just double check that. 16 to hit.
That is a miss.
Ah! Okay, and I'll move back into cover and knock on the door again.
No, I'm not letting you in.
No, it was just a misunderstanding. I'm a very nice hobgoblin, I swear to God.
A hobgoblin who's got tentacles and shadow thing. No, I'm not letting you in.
I'll just continue to
Yeah, there's banter. Alright, so it is now the Knoll, maybe not a vampire. He leaps off that sort of side, comes down next to the two buildings. You watch as it's sort of coming down, its form starts to shift and change. It turns into a full four-legged bipedal hyena creature, giant one. Very similar to the Lacroto creatures that you saw, but very much just a full hyena. It looks at you with hungry eyes, but then dashes away.
Hungry eyes.
Disappears down there, and then out behind one of the hills and some of the trees.
So which way did you go? That you went that way?
Yeah, it's gone down this way and then away that way. It was quite quick when it dashed.
I took 2 of my javelins.
And 2 of my hair axes.
Well, one of them stuck up here. The other one would have come out of it when it transformed and it's just flying down on the ground.
I'm going to cast Divine Sense and chase it.
Okay. You were up next anyway, so you activate the Divine Sense and start running out, after it. Divine Sense is 60 feet?
Yeah.
you do not ping anything. So it is obviously moved further than that in the time that you saw it. But we'll take you guys out of initiative order. You've seen Idiargus. His, I assume, tattoos are glowing for this, something like that. You're kind of like going like this, force powering it, and he just starts running. Tattoos are glowing.
Idiargus, open your eyes! It's a forest!
I can sense it! I can sense it!
Idiargus, look out for that tree! So we'll put us back on the main scene as we no longer need the battle map. So you go running after it, Iviargus, Druk, and Fig. What are you guys doing?
I will chase after Ivy, but I'll be last if Druk is chasing him as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to the ground in using the same kind of pathway, but I'm gonna go via the roof, grab my javelins, both the one
Fly down.
that was there and the one that has some ichor on it from the creature. While I'm kind of giving chase, can I do a history or a nature check or something to kind of like piece it together?
I'll allow history or religion.
Right. And religion is a -1, and history is also a -1. So I get the barbarian to do the research.
You asked.
13.
13. Given that you've had the information enough to be like, hang on a second, it's more just putting it together and then going through your list of what kind of creatures you've heard of. There are some folk tales, even up in the areas from which you're from, that talk about places that are called the Domains of Dread. And creatures that come from these places have various different supernatural capabilities. One that sticks out to you that fits the bill of to generate mist, magical mist that even happens during downpours, regenerates, drinks blood, has no reflections in reflective surfaces. Fits the bill of a creature called a vampire. Or vampire, depending on your colloquial language.
I think that I would probably be at the back of this group, unless.
I'd follow after the rook, hoping that no one
Yeah.
noticed me knocking on the door.
Yeah, so I think I'd probably, by the time I kind of come down to the ground, probably at the back, and I'm going to shout to Fig.
Fig, I think we are dealing with a vampire. A blood-sucking foe.
Yeah, I got that, and I gestured to the blood that's soaked part of my leather overcoat where it's lodged into my neck.
Yes, me too. But this thing is undead.
Yeah, I've heard of vampires, and yeah, I suspect they are.
I kind of feel like you're brushing me off right now.
No. Would you like me to? And I stop.
Don't stop!
Drop the knock right to the back.
Fearless leader, I just want to give you the respect you deserve.
My dragon eyes are running.
Halting to have this conversation.
We're not halting. We can talk and run.
To have you were the one who accused me of not taking you seriously.
You're still not if you're not talking about the vampire and talking about this relationship.
Well, look, Gary, I've got this big club. I don't even have my hand axes because I left him behind.
Big, stop. Vampire, on target.
Well, yes.
Their bites are things we need to have looked at.
I hadn't thought about that. I mean, no, I hadn't. I did think to deceive you by suggesting that I was going to knock on the door there looking for succor or aid from someone who might say, but that would be a lie. It's like to the street.
We need to catch up with Iviargus.
So Iviargus, you're a good, probably a little bit ahead. You sort of come around the bend, and you're just running down the street. Your divine sense is not picking anything up though.
But I'm holding my mess like this.
in which direction are you going? You sort of go this way, but that's...
That way.
Yeah, you continue that way.
Just gonna keep going.
Eventually you hit the edge of town.
I'll stop at the edge of town, and I'll turn and walk back, but sort of circle a little bit towards where the nearest edge either way is.
Yep, probably.
Doing the
Going that
perimeter?
way.
To do like a little bit of a perimeter walk and see if anyone else sees.
Yep. The two of you would see him like stop at the edge of town and start sort of going off to the right, doing some sort of perimeter. And you sort of catch up to him not too long after that as he's just walking at this point. You guys have been running.
Iviagus,
It took you so long.
a really good cardio.
Yes.
I feel we are dealing with a vampire. A dark creature from the Shadowlands, or that's what we call it in our tribe. That's not canon. We call them the Shadowlands.
You have proficiency in religion, correct? Do a check for me.
I pat myself on the back.
Got it.
I've got it.
Hey, I give you a light shoulder massage.
I have heard of these creatures before. So 20. I don't have very good intelligence. 23.
23, that's pretty good. So, you definitely know exactly what he's talking about. Vampires, vampire, domains of dread, that kind of stuff. The curious thing for you is that you didn't know they're usually humanoids. The fact that it's a gnoll vampire is very peculiar.
It's very strange that a gnoll has these abilities. It's usually humans. So, do I know whether the bites will do anything to them or?
You're actually, even with a 23, it's very unsure. You don't believe, you believe that the humanoid ones definitely have some sort of capability like that, but from the gnoll perspective, from what you've seen and how it fights, it seems to not really have the standard curse.
Get your injuries checked out.
Before that, when my tribe does battle with weaker foes, they tend to use underhanded tactics to defeat stronger adversaries. One is to pull the mighty fighters away from the weaker targets.
It looks like I'm doing. Are you saying this is a diversion?
I am worried that we might have fallen right into their plan.
There's a yell probably a few hundred feet down in the direction that you're going, further towards the sort of the eastern side of town, which is where the tradesway sort of comes. A yell, a shout, a man, another scream, and then silence.
Appears she may have been correct.
I'll use my my magical sense just to have some kind of awareness for the presence of concentrated magic, thinking that perhaps this creature might be casting spells, for example, to transform. Is there still mist around?
No.
So the mist is...
When it jumped away from the road, the mist stayed there for a little bit and then dissipated after a few moments.
Yeah.
Those screams, were they coming off in the direction of the warehouse where the flesh sack?
Opposite direction.
Opposite direction.
So completely, probably as far away as you can from the storehouse. The storehouse in the northwest of the town. This was straight east. And it kind of ran off in that direction, so it's pulling you guys further away from the storehouse.
What do we do, fellows? Do we proceed towards certain danger, or do we protect the likely target of this attack?
Another scream in the distance.
Look, I'm the first to admit I'm no hero.
Perhaps we should check on the primary objective, the flesh sack thing. Check on it, make sure it's safe, then check out the screams.
Seems as good a plan as any to me.
Yep. All right. Let's head back to the warehouse.
Yep.
I'm going to down my last health potion while running.
Do that as well.
Save your potions. And I pat you on the back and I use loud hands. If you
You
need,
touched him in his special spot.
if you need 15, I give you 15. What do you got?
Oh, I need 22.
I'll give you 15.
No, sorry, that 15 will work well because I'm still down 9 on my maximum.
Rook, you got any more of that magical hand stuff over there?
No, but I will cast Healing Word on.
Oh man.
To avoid touching, I will cast Healing Word.
You're like, no, don't want that.
10 points of healing.
You're alright, Rook.
I shall
You're
mark
alright.
So, as your party starts doubling back, take a few minutes to return to the storehouse from where this creature has pulled you away further down to the middle of town, to the east. Yeah. We are going to take a quick break and come back to whatever is going on back at the storehouse. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe the creature's just killing indiscriminately and is not part of any greater plan.
+1. It's method actors rehearsing.
Yeah, that's all it is.
As is classic me, I got my healing spells around the wrong way. I do touch you.
He's got cure wounds.
Yeah, I got around the wrong way.
You heard it here first.
Every time.
Iviargus had to touch Fig. Anyway, see you all in a few minutes. All right, welcome back. We're back. Sorry it took a bit longer. We needed to set up some other things over here. Battle maps.
It wasn't because I was getting coffee.
Fig needed to get coffee. Then I got talking about other tabletop systems.
I cried a bit. I just had a bit of cry.
So, our trio have decided that despite the fact that this vampiric gnome is rampaging through the town, you can hear the peoples being slaughtered, their cries echoing through the rain-soaked night. You've decided to go back to the storehouse and double check the main prize and the status of the main prize. The flesh sack retrieved from the cathedral in the valleys to the north, where the cult of hunger was fully in flight and doing some sort of blood ritual, which at this stage, Fig is the only one who remembers that. But the three of you have returned. You're just down the street from the storehouse. It largely looks the same, but then you realize that around the side, the caravan door is open and there's a caravan sitting there, and it wasn't there 10, 20 minutes ago.
Do we see anybody on this caravan?
Do a perception check. No.
That's generous.
We should proceed.
Water is just pouring into your eyes. You're just like,
now.
you can't even see the storehouse. You're like, have we arrived yet?
I feel we should proceed with caution. Ivy, what's the likelihood that Solomon and his boys are around? I mean, he looked pretty serious.
We went straight from there to the warehouse. No, we slept.
No, the Templar detachment that you knew was in town, you saw all their bodies. They were accounted for, and they were dead in the storehouse.
Was Solomon amongst them?
No, he left.
He left for Stormwatch first.
He was going back to the capital
Back to the capital.
and leaving us with your detachment.
Oh, I wish I'd gone back to the capital with him.
Well, he kind of ordered you to stay, so being a soldier, you didn't really have much choice.
Sure. And I'm talking quietly with the rain coming down, trying to look stealthy, trying to keep my hat on because the wind's blowing.
It's really just us. We've got no other support coming. The Templars are all dead. Gotta find Bingo. What was the other one? Silver? They're missing.
Well, they are missing out on a great fight, my friend.
Well, I hope that's not all they're missing out on. They're not missing out on living.
If they are dead, we shall avenge them.
So we sort of bring Druck and Ivy in for like a bit of a huddle.
Alright, look, what's the play?
Check out this caravan. Wasn't here before.
Are there horses tied to that caravan?
Yeah, so if you move a little bit closer, you notice there is some sort of large beast tied to it.
Is it alive?
It is moving. It's kind of just standing there. It is not a horse.
What is it?
It is a giant hyena.
I use my magic sense again, and 60 feet. Do I get anything apart from the
So you guys,
magical wall?
you guys are here. Well, if you move sort of like down, sorry, people won't be able to see that. Let me switch it over to the cam for you guys to have a look. So yeah, your party's coming in here. Caravan's on the access point on this side, and then there's a little road that sort of comes in and then meets up with the main street here. The giant hyena is attached to it at the front, and this is the storehouse here.
Is there a big door at the front of that storehouse?
Yes, there is.
So now the movement. So I guess when we move within range, I'll use my magic sense.
Yep.
So I won't do that.
So he's done a perception check. The two of you may do perception checks if you so wish. And you guys are going to sort of move up a little bit further.
These dogs in your land are big.
Guidance.
Doesn't help me.
Does not help me either.
It's got to be the
That
rain.
one's cold.
It's the terrible weather.
Mm-hmm.
I pull a cookie out of my backpack and start
What's
munching on it.
perception?
It's dripping.
11?
Pieces in the rain.
Yeah, that's not good. You see there's a carriage, there's a hyena. The storeroom doors are still open,
I think.
but they were open when you got there the first time.
I think there's a carriage over there.
Oh, you may
Think?
be right.
There is a
In the heart.
pretty
I agree.
big horse. Big horse carriage. Yes.
That is a strange looking horse.
It's
But
like
I'm
a-
not from these lands.
Looks like a.
I don't
what's
see
it called? A trapezium.
Yeah,
It's like a trapezium horse.
A trapezoid.
I don't get the reference, but that's okay. I don't see the flesh sack on it though.
You can't see its flesh sack.
It's a big thing, right?
Yeah, it's large, probably like 10 feet, 12
Yeah.
feet sized. It looks like it would fit comfortably on this carriage.
Do you think they're putting it on the carriage?
Ooh, that is likely. I think we should try and ensure that this carriage does not go anywhere. I would like. I'm gonna actually, since we're in the huddle, my plan is to take yonder javelin, insert it into the spokes of thine wheels.
That's not where I thought that was going. I have javelins too.
Dude, well, great. 5. Excellent. That's
See
pretty
these
easy.
things sticking out the back?
I wondered what those
I
were.
got 6.
Great. Porcupine.
So we sneak over there, stick some javelins in the wheels. Cart tries to go, can't because the javelins are in the wheels.
I love it. I love work with me, Big club, big maul. We'll just take it to the wheels.
Great backup plan. You do one wheel, I do other wheel.
I will defer to you on this matter.
We can do both.
Alright, let's do both.
So as you guys are huddling there talking, from the storeroom comes another lacrocha. These sort of, it's kind of like a skinless chihuahua dog, but like a hyena, but like enormous. As its hooves come plopping out. It doesn't have claws for feet, it has literally like hooved feet.
I turned by showing a wheel a minute.
And it just kind of like stares at you. And then a woman appears from the storehouse. She is wearing,
I recognise this woman.
you immediately recognize her as
SHINIEST!
Ericarina Vonadiria, wearing the garb of the Empire, but it's blood smeared, sort of like a big marking on the front of it. Over the top of the Imperial insignia is sort of drawn in blood, the same symbol that you saw at the cultist lair. She, in her hand, has a chain that's sort of wrapped around and then sort of leading into a pipe. And from that pipe coming through on the other side, dangling from 3 chains, are spiked skull head flail tips.
So I go back in the huddle.
Okay, hear me out. You're not gonna like this, Joe. I suggest
Are you finished over there?
strategic retreat.
You're right, I do not like this.
I mean, if any one of these dog things is one of those that... Yeah, look, I know you need to see my face because you think I'm pretty and all, but just give me a minute, alright?
I'll take all the time you need. Your friends, on the other hand, may not have time. You hear like somebody yell out in pain, and you recognize Binga's voice from inside the storehouse.
Sweet bingo.
Sweet,
Followed
sweet
by a
bingo.
lady's voice, also screaming out in pain as if being hit or struck by something.
He's just so gentle.
It's too late for them.
No. No. Big. If you are, yes.
I came angry.
We do not leave our companions.
There's been a lot of it going around though.
And it stops here.
I straighten up and turn around to face this flail-bearing woman.
I whisper.
Her name's Erica. She thinks I'm pretty, and she's basically an Amarian version of Judas.
I listen to him.
She's kind of just like,
You betrothed to Fig.
I'm.
You will release our friend.
No, I'm not. That's disgusting.
Look, once you have Hobgoblin, you never go back.
He is true.
I can actually tell you that. Hobgoblin is quite a tasty delicacy. You watch as like a little bit of drool comes down her mouth. When she smiles, her teeth are serrated, cut to fine edges.
You're coming on a bit strong.
Oh, it's not a sexual thing. I am going to eat you all.
Sorry,
Wait,
we're killing the menace.
Yeah, that's fine.
what is he? Let's get back on task here. Release our friends.
My thump went off.
Forthwith.
Well, if you want them, come and get them.
Oh, okay. I'll just start walking over.
Alright, roll initiative!
Look, I suspect this won't go terribly well. If I had to guess.
And what should we do, Fig?
This is
Leave Binya and Silver to die.
table talk. Definitely not Fig saying that. In game.
Oh, what you have us do?
Alright.
Live.
Fig, initiative.
16.
16, nice.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 16.
16. Druk,
13.
high 13. Iviarix.
The highest.
11.
And I'll just auto roll for these.
13.
Sweet Jesus.
It's a 1.
That is Fig's alternative name.
Yeah.
4 turns before we get a go.
She's going to activate 17 times, and then you guys get to go.
She's going to give you a surprise.
Alright. So, she lets out a bit of the chain. That sort of just, you hear this clanking as the chain runs through the metal pipe. The 3 flail heads slam on the ground, and she pulls up the pipe and starts and they start spiraling around in 3 sort of like, long things.
No.
She is first. And she flicks out this hand, and as she does, each one, she sort of swings forward, and one of the flail chains extends, and a flail head flies towards, you're in front, so it's going towards you.
I meet it head on. Verily.
Let's use this one.
Good.
There's a 16 to hit.
That is the sound of success.
And there's plenty more where that came
Yeah. Sound of success, but plenty more where that came from.
from. Maybe I won't have to write the backstory for Fig.
So that is a 9 bludgeoning damage as a flail head slams into your body. As it does, the eyes flare and smoke blasts out and encompasses you. You need to make a wisdom saving throw, my good sir.
Okay. Oh, Wizzy save.
Looks pretty good.
It is no modifiers. 17.
17. You kind of brush your the thing away, and it's I have to say this comparison. It's kind of like in Batman Begins. You start to see Fig and Iviargus look menacing, look threatening for a moment before their eyes they start to melt and their faces sag as if they're becoming devilish creatures. But then you kind of shake your head and sort of slap it a bit, and you look back, and they're just normal.
For a second there, you guys looked really weird.
The flail comes back. She then flings the second one at you. That is a 22.
I couldn't possibly convince you that it's not a success.
So it's 10 points of bludgeoning damage from this bad boy.
Yeah.
And as it hits you, you feel this searing pain slam into your mind as if a screeching hyena was blasting right in your ear. And you also cop 13 points of psychic damage.
13.
Yes. The second flail comes back, the third one comes flying towards you. And I'm going to bring this over here for you guys to confirm.
I don't need to see it.
That
Andy.
fantastic
I don't want to see it.
natural 20.
I don't, just take it away. Take it away from me.
Can I just touch the dice?
Go. I don't want to see it. Go.
I don't know if that. It would have been nice on that psychic one.
Discretion, better part of valor. So funnily, it figures. I'm not saying it's over. It figures
Goodbye,
so
Spit
wise.
Goodbye, Spit Fit.
My name's not Fig.
It is 20 points of bludgeon damage for that one. And you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, good.
Oh, this is tough for Fig.
17.
It's tough.
17? You're all good.
Great.
You feel this one, as it spikes you, tendrils of poisonous substance start to go through your body. And as you do, your arm starts to lock up as if you're slowly becoming paralyzed. And you kind of just flex, and you watch as it resides, your natural constitution controlling the poison, and you manage to grip through it.
So that was 20 points.
20 points. Gotcha.
I am almost dead. I have 4 points of health.
Yeah. She then brings the other one back
She
in.
didn't hear me say that, by
No. And just lets them go a little bit, and she's now just got the 3 flying around her once more. It is now.
Good hit.
Thank you. Fig, your turn.
I can see why you like her, Fig.
Stay strong, Brock. You got this. You got this, mate.
So I have, of course, going to rage. And I will roll and pray for something incredibly useful in my wild magic table.
Go for it.
You know what?
Is there a healed drop? Lying on that
Potentially.
table?
I'm going to use one of my roll with advantage D8s. Come on, baby. Ooh, that's fun. I've got down here the description is Wolfgar.
Which could be anything.
So as I rage, magic infuses my great club, and my weapon's damage type is now force. I can throw it with a range of 20, and when it leaves my hand, it reappears at the end of my current turn, which is a slight pain in the bum.
Especially when you have extra attack.
Extra attacks. So, with that in mind, just take it. That's good. So, I'm going to move within 20 feet. And because I don't have my hand axes, because I left them behind, I will first, with my first attack, throw a javelin. Too many choices. For a 24 to hit.
24 hits, I assume, on a green.
Yep.
Yeah.
And where is my... For 11 to hit.
No.
Oh, sorry, not 11 to hit, 11 damage.
11 damage,
No.
yep.
Words.
Yep.
Okay. Now, for my second attack, I launch my great club, imbued with magic, straight at the face.
Sounds good.
And for 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
I will use Fortune of the Many and bump that to 19.
That will hit.
Yeah!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
So
talking
the
about.
hand axe into a shoulder, she pulls it out, and the great club straight into the face.
Just like you threw a tree at her.
Her very pretty face. Yeah, so the roll was not fantastic. Sorry, I should know exactly what it says. That is 7.
Okay.
It
Yeah, it's a high 7. So she cops it in the face, and you watch as the club apparates out and then bamps back into your hand. As it does, it snaps her head back, and she kind of takes a couple of steps back, still bleeding from the arm where the thing hit, and she kind of like goes like this. The flails stop for a second, hitting the ground as she lets them go slack. She looks up, and you see that it's broken the ridge of her face. There's a big sort of line across there, blood now pouring down, and you just watch as she just
I can kiss it and make that better, love.
And I dumped 20 feet.
starts just screaming.
So
Oh my god, she's a barbarian as well.
Yeah.
I'll use whatever movement I have left to try to get further back.
How much is your max?
I got 40 feet.
40 feet. Okay, so you can go all the way back here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fig.
Now, actually, did I use my bonus? Raging is bonus action, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Druk, you're up.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is pop.
Oh yeah, healing potion.
That's not great. 3. What's the? Is there a plus 2?
Plus 2. Plus 2.
Great. 5.
It's better than 3. 4. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
You've got wings, right?
No,
Fly away.
I do have flying boots. So I am going to get some height and really just kind of fall back to where my man Fig is.
I'm not one to run from battle, but that really hurt.
What a sense of sacrificing yourself in vain.
Oh,
Wait, are you one of those barbarian dragonborn clans where dying on the battlefield is like, it's a great honor?
yes, but I haven't hit anybody yet.
I'm just waiting for Metal Mom to be like,
Oi!
"Oi!"
They're gonna come back as a
In
real
the
dragon.
It's like Christina's
They're gonna come back as a real dragon.
No, for I already have the blessing of the thunder god Talos within me.
And so I'm just going to throw some javelins willy-nilly. Now I think this is going to be a disadvantage because I'm outside of 30 feet.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Take this.
I am going to... Was using the health potion my bonus action?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
I have it as a bonus action. Yep, there we go.
So that is a 3 on one
I told you
javelin.
she was respond to that, Mark.
So one javelin just goes...
Yeah. She kind of like sidestepping. She's still like bleeding from her face. And she's just hyperventilating.
Here's another one for you, monk.
And another 3.
Get away!
It's a high 3.
The bad lady's coming.
Fig, your girlfriend is weird.
Yeah, so that's me.
Too easy. Idiargus.
Alright.
I'm gonna console myself.
Get my warhammer, I smash it against my shield and I charge straight at it. Head on.
Go, Evie!
While doing so, I'm going to use my action to cast Sacred Weapon, Channel Divinity, Sacred Weapon,
How fast are you?
30.
So you will not be in range.
That's not okay.
Yeah. She is 5 feet away from you.
So I have...
Sacred weapons are action anyway, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
What was the range on her flail?
30 feet. And then that will be my turn, I think. Don't have much in the way of bonus action.
Wait, did you say you summon a spiritual weapon?
No, I've made my
weapon.
mace a magical weapon.
Right.
So you watch as bleeding, she turns to the Lakota behind her and just goes, "Leave them. They're mine. Help the carriage. Get us out of here once they get the stupid thing on board." The creature then goes, "Yes, master."
Totally called it.
Good dog.
She's got a type.
All I'm saying is...
So it walks over and like uses its mouth to like get a harness and starts like throwing it on the back and clipping it in and stuff. Yeah.
All I'm saying is, the end result is going to be the same, but we're a lot more fucked than we were at the start. We could have walked away from the same result. Now tell me, Druck, I might just be the godless wonder that I am, but can't you get this Talos to summon lightning from his ass and get us out of this mess?
From a certain point of view, that's what I did when I opened my mouth before. Talos is great butt lightning, and I only get one of them a day.
So from the storehouse, from that access point, you see some sort of like
In defense of
ropes
Talos.
coming over,
Oh,
a few
okay,
cultists with the garbs that you saw at the cathedral, very similar called Hunger Garbs, sort of come out and they're bringing some ropes and things like that. It definitely does look like they're doing something. It now is back to top of the round, Eric Arena, and it's time to mess some people up.
Front line of defense, rookie.
So yeah, she's so Ibiagas is like running at her, and she's just like, "Ho ho, you're approaching me."
You're the tank. You're the tank, right?
You dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
And yeah, flail comes out. She's gonna fling. We're gonna do one at a time. Let's do.
Oh, I did have a bonus action to use.
Let's do that one first.
Red time.
Red tongue.
What do you want to do?
Shoot a faith myself.
Okay, yep, that works. +2 armor, right?
Yeah.
What's your AC now?
20.
20? Okay. That's still going to be 24 to hit the first one.
I shall cast that really quick.
Ooh, not too bad. 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and she is going to smite.
One of her thralls. Everyone's just sort of lagging behind, perhaps just,
Yep.
No.
So she's going to put another 13 necrotic damage onto you, Ibiagas. And I need a Constitution saving throw for you as well.
17.
17. You brush off the paralysis as the flail slams into you. Necrotic energy runs up the flail and then explodes, blasting you with necrotic energy. She springs that one back, flings in the second one for a 20.
Nat 20 or
No, just a dirty. And this one
you
is...
should have faced it's going to make a difference at some point.
it's 11 points of bludgeoning. And since the psychic ones, you also take... Sweet Jesus. 20 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
So you watch as Ibiagas cops the second one, and it kind of smashes him in the skull, and he just goes flying back onto his back. She will then move 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to actually swing at you, Fig. The last one.
I wouldn't like to see her try.
Oh, that's right. She reduced somebody to 0 hit points. So as a bonus action, she'll move that 15 and gain an additional attack to hit you, and then use her third final actual regular attack.
That sounds completely reasonable.
So that's a 12, makes it a 21 to hit.
You know what? Yeah.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need a wisdom save for you, sir.
Oh, which one? Yeah, well, come on, baby. You're failing now. It was cocked and I shuffled the thing and I rolled back and it was worse, but I'll take it. Because that's, I'm
You're such a nice guy.
honorable player. It's 10.
10. You feel so the blast of energy for this one sort of comes all over you. That's a word. Covers you.
Time code.
Yeah. She is going to smite on that one as well. She should burn another first level spell slot. To also hit you for 11 points of radiant damage. And you see Drook, you see your friends are now kind of your enemies, but nobody's around. You're kind of like looking around to try and strike somebody. And then I'll get you to roll me a d8.
I will absolutely roll you a
Point of reference, that is the one.
7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going that way. And what's your movement speed?
40.
So you go 20 feet in that direction looking for enemies. So you see an aberration or some sort of shadowy creature off to your right, and it's like, Drook just sees you walking away.
Why is he running towards that sheep?
Come here, bad guys, I gotcha.
Seeing you sort of running off, she's just like, and then sort of brings it back in. She gets to use one of the other ones. She's going to do the pain one on you.
Great.
And then swing that up. It's a miss. That is only going to be a 12.
This is like.
You can think of so many horrible things that you could have done.
Huh?
Nothing. I'm not going to give you any more ideas. You've got enough of them in your little toolkit over there.
Ropes start to stress. They've got two giant sort of like pulley system wheels on the sides of the... I keep forgetting. Need to do this so people at home can see what I'm doing. They're on the side of the carriage. There's two sort of ropes that sort of attach around these pulleys or winches, and they start to spin them around. And as it does, the rope starts to bring, and you can see the beginnings of the flash stack slowly getting pulled up a ramp onto the back of the carriage.
It's actually got a flash stack.
It does. It's just like a big hunk of liver from Woolies.
3D printed it on the weekend.
I thought about it, but then I also thought I'd just use this.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you combine the two
How
concepts.
appropriate.
So it pretty much gets fully on for this turn, because they must have been prepping it for a little bit, which comes to Fig's turn.
Okay. Am I currently... What am I affected by?
You can act normally this turn.
Okay, I can act normally this turn.
So as you get over there, by the time your turn starts, the aberration disappears and you gain your senses back.
Okay. So... I will move up 40 feet on the tree line up there.
That's right, yep.
Yeah. What I'm aiming to do is get within 20 feet of the cart.
8.
And I'm going to remember Druck's plan to throw a javelin in the wheels. And so that's the first thing I'm going to do. Before, with my second attack, I will throw my club all Wolfgar-like.
Yeah, so it's 50 feet at the moment, unless you could probably go this way.
Can I angle?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And I can always roll a
1, 2,
disadvantage.
3, 4. 25 is the closest you're going to be able. Look, we'll just put you there, and we'll say, yes, that's 20.
You are an absolute treasure, Dan. It's probably only because you're going to murder us in a minute. I will take it. I will take it. So with my first attack...
you guys chose to come back here. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, no problem.
You're
Just
back.
because the boss character for the whole campaign is back here.
You're,
Yeah, Paladin with
And you
AC
guys are
18.
down 2 players and still only 5th level.
20. Yeah, Pally with a 20 AC and a 30 range.
so that is 22 to hit the card.
22 will hit the cart.
Yeah, and so that's it's 10 damage. But so what I was aiming to do was Druck's plan, which was to throw it in between the wheels.
Yeah, the damage is really not going to cause too much disturbance to it. It's just javelin. It kind of gets stuck in, but it is a good hit. Does get stuck in a way. Somebody's going to have to get that out in order for it to move.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you feel like it'll probably break spokes if they were to just try and go off without it.
Fantastic. Now I'm gonna get my club, and what I'm trying to do is attack the other wheel. So I'm trying to basically throw this club as hard as I can to just basically shut up the other wheel. 14. Yeah, it's an old card, right? Like that looks like an old card.
Yeah, I can't imagine the cast adding its dexterity modifier.
Cobwebs.
to its
No,
AC.
not Dex, but
Probably not well maintained.
Wood is AC 15.
What do I have?
14.
14, and can I use... I can use my last fortune from the many, because
If you want.
I can see 2 people, which would give me 16.
Yep.
I do this, emboldened by the presence of my friends.
Slams into the first, the other one, and roll for damage. Force damage kind of just wrecks it.
Yeah, that is 11.
So I think that's enough to really ruin its life.
Maybe I can buy us a bit of time.
Even with it being resilient, that is a broken wheel. So you watch as the club connects with it, the force energy snapping it in spokes break. The entire thing goes down sort of top leftish because it's lost that wheel. And the flash sack sort of bobbles around in the back. A couple of cultists move away as the attack hits. The Crota sort of look back at you. Eric Arena is just like, I'm going to enjoy this so much.
Yeah, you know, you had me. I was pretty. You didn't have to go to all this effort, love.
She just snarls at you as we come into Drook's turn.
Alright. So Ekarina is kind of just above Iviagus' body.
Yeah. He's more in that spot, so he's not right next to her.
The warehouse, is it a flat roof warehouse like we're kind of seeing here, or is it a steepled roof?
It is a terracotta roof as well.
Okay.
Yeah, same as the rest of the buildings in the city.
Can I see any entryways into that roof? Any kind of like holes? Any windows?
There's a couple of windows on the second level that are, you could easily probably just Kool-Aid moon straight into. Oh yeah! Just smash straight in.
And in terms of the cart, the flesh sack, there's currently 2 Lacrudas, is that what they were called?
Yeah, Lacrotas. Yeah.
Lacrotas. I like to think of them as chupacabras.
I think that's the idea. They're kind of like based on that. They're
Yeah.
the D&D version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, chupacabras.
Is it like, I know it's raining, but is there like oil lamps or stuff around at the moment?
Yeah, well, as per this fantastic terrain set, these are our oil lamp street lights.
Okay, cool. Alright, so can I get to a window? And while doing that, I'm going to throw a Hail Mary javelin throw at one of the oil lantern nearest to the knolls. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
we'll be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
You're only 30 feet, so you'll pretty much get to a window, break in, and be inside, upstairs somewhere. So I can get rid of this one, and I'll go on the short entrance. Go around somewhere.
As I'm kind of like flying there, you know, like in that kind of prone position, throwing the javelin out, I scream,
Bird, get Iviagus and flee! There is no honor in this fight.
what I suggested at the start.
Okay,
You're like, that's literally what I said at the start.
I'll get Bingo and Silver.
I love the optimism.
No way. I mean, you're at disadvantage, so.
Net 20? No?
It is a 15 for one,
Mm-hmm.
and a 14 for the other, so 21.
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
We got like the spear can.
So you watch as it, even in the rain, you kind of just reflex peg one of the javelins at it.
Tell us be true.
The oil landing explodes, oil goes everywhere, catches on fire, and now this sort of area is up in flames. The predators kind of jump back a little bit at it, and if they stay where they're going to stay, then it will be a bad time for them.
Let's see how well they can get loose from their harnesses.
He's just like, yeah, anyway, trigger warning for everybody online. Although they are monster creatures, so I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Druk, anything else?
Alright.
As we smash in, yep. Okay, so inside.
What am I seeing?
Inside, you see.
Oh, that could work. That could work. That could work.
So over here, helping the fleshy sack get on board, there's 4 cultists. Standing sort of up the back here is another one with what looks to be a scepter of some description, and a bound and gag Binga and Silver. I think there's just 2 other normal guys as well.
I feel like this is the one scenario where splitting the party was probably like a reasonable strategy. Because, unless she can't come after all of us.
Yeah.
She could unleash the dogs, of course. But then it would be 1v1.
We definitely it wasn't working out for us before.
So there's 2 gnolls there, and they seem to be, they've got whips, and you can see whip marks all over like Silver and Binga, and they're tied up against the thing, barely conscious. One of the sorcery-looking cultists is there with a giant staff, with an orb on the top of it. It looks to be sort of flesh is sort of wrapped around it and stuff like that, and it's kind of like just got in these horns that are like stuck into it at different sort of angles, and then the other cultists, all in the normal garb, seem to have been using the wraps and sort of panels and stuff to get the flesh sack onto the now pretty disabled carriage or cart.
So I smashed in, I can kind of see that, and so the one who is kind of like whipping Binga or is it the gnolls who are whipping Binga and stuff?
The gnolls was, they've both got whips, and he's kind of like getting ready for another strike, and Binga's just like bound up here and kind of like looking back and just like his barrel's smashed against the wall on the other side.
Not the barrel.
That's what he gets.
Is there any? So the barrel's smashed. This, I assume, flammable liquid is everywhere. Anything I can throw?
Well, yes. Yes, I think it is.
Yeah.
Because I think, yes, no, he did have it filled up with booze last time.
Yeah. Are they within the flammable liquid, or is it kind of like?
No, it's kind of like off to the side, like it's just in a puddle nearby, so it wouldn't affect them.
There would have to be a carelessly placed candle anywhere.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Where's Federi with you?
I know, right?
Yeah, just put her head in it.
Is there anything flammable or on fire?
A couple of the cultists at the front have sort of like torches and lanterns and stuff like that they've hung up and things. But further at the back, there doesn't seem to be anything down there.
Okay. Well,
the light is getting pretty much the whole story though, because it's empty because of the the Empire wanted to completely clear of all the merchant stuff, so they could store the flesh sack there and keep it under lock and key. So they emptied the whole thing out. It's completely bare storeroom.
Okay. I'm gonna just chuck my javelin at. So the cultists who are loading the thing on, that'd probably be not a disadvantage, and the other group would be
Correct.
at disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna chuck it at the guy with the orb in the first group of cultists. The orb staff.
Yep.
I am going to rage, seeing Binger and Silver's treatment. No! And I do it for a 22.
Don't you
against
miss?
that dude. So that is a d6 plus 4. So that is 9 points of piercing plus another 4 points of lightning damage as the javelin crackles with energy. Oh, and rage damage on top of that.
Yeah.
So that is 11. So 15 total.
Nice. He's almost bloodied, but the impaling of a javelin is quite the annoyance for him. He basically takes it in his shoulder and it's gone straight through. The staff goes flying out of his hand and he kind of like grabs it, falls up against the back of the wall, blood sort of dripping down. And he's just like, as he takes the hit.
And a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh yes. I don't think that's going to do it. Do they have a plus to con? They do. 14.
Still no.
Yeah.
So disadvantage on any next attack he makes, I think.
Nice.
And I'm just going to kind of duck my head back out the window,
Okay.
try and get a bit of cover.
You're on this side now.
Yep.
That'll do. Iviagus, death saving throw.
Roll good.
Just nat 20, get up.
It's hard to tell.
16.
16 is a success.
1 6.
So the Lacrota's there. One of them starts their turn in fire, so roll a d6 damage for me, and he'll just roll a dex. Funnily enough, fail. I don't think they have advantage or anything. No. It's 1d6 fire damage. Yeah. I'll allow you to do 4. 4 fire. As its hooves is kind of like moving away, but the fire licks up at it, and you can start to see it is getting hit by it.
And they are harnessed, right?
They got both harnessed at the moment, yeah. So, they attempt to move forward to get away from the fire. And as they do so, they're strong enough that they're able to drag, like they get the cart, even with 3 wheels, it's movable. But you do have your trusty javelin stuck in the back one, and as the spoke goes around to move, you hear this crack, 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 crack as the javelin snaps through each spoke as it gets turned.
Oh yeah.
The wheel then is now free and just goes off on its own adventure, and the entire cart goes down on its side, almost killing this guy.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? Let's make Dex save for him.
Yes.
Oh, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Leaps out of the way. Can't. So they're now no longer in fire.
Roll again with disadvantage.
And the flesh sack now rolls out onto the ground.
What are the chances of the flesh sack rolling and
Continuing
to roll and potentially murdering Arakarina?
No.
No?
It kind of just
No, not possible.
sits there.
Okay.
It's not like solid. It's not a ball, so it doesn't have form to keep rolling. It's more like a
meaty beanbag.
yeah. Which means once it gets on the flat surface, it just sags there.
All I can think about is that meatball song. Top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese.
I've had that for a long time.
That's their turn as they turn around and try to see what the hell's gone wrong. As they're now kind of stuck there. The fire is creeping up to the front of the carriage. The flex sack's now on the ground. The guy's like leapt off to the side. It is now the cultist that you struck's turn. He kind of like holding on to the thing, puts up a hand, and you watch as in front of the window a gnoll-like scimitar with sort of a gnollish bottom to it apparates in a spiritual weapon of sorts, and it swings at you.
What could possibly go wrong?
It's a miss.
Nothing.
It's going to be an
Well,
8.
that's not the trend tonight.
No.
So I'll just get marker out for that.
Holy no priests.
We were right to not believing when you said, hey, yeah, it's just a normal null. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We were on to it.
Go. So, Bingo and Silver continue to be tortured.
Devastated,
Eric Karina's turn.
indisposed.
Yeah. What does she want to do? How many spell shots did she burn already? Okay, she's got a few
She
left.
finally accepts my marriage proposal.
So Eviarchus is down. She turns. Flail coming out.
Oh, what?
She's going to hit you with this one first.
You.
Ooh.
You said Eviarchus.
No, not Eviarchus. Sorry.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Fig.
I mean, I'm just like...
Fig.
Whoa!
Fig.
Whoa!
That is going to only be a 12. I believe that misses.
Hey, guess what? That misses.
Awesome. Second strike as she pulls it back, swings out the second head. That's a bit better. There's a 21.
That hits.
13 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am unconscious.
You kind of just take the hit in the back, and then just, crumple forward. Even after the first one. Well, the first one would have come past you, would have turned, and then the second one slammed straight into your face. Then you're on your back.
Then when it hit my face, it's still pretty, right?
I mean, sure.
Yeah, great.
Face owner and mother could love. Alright, well, so that's 2 attacks. She's then going to shuffle. No, so she's reduced somebody to 0 hit points. She rampages. Which means she'll get an extra attack against Druk, and she'll swing twice. She's only got a Chaos left, and I'll double down on the pain.
Do I have any cover?
Yeah, I'll give you cover. So plus 2 AC. We'll make it half cover. Which means this is only going to be a 17.
That is the AC then.
Oh, okay.
It's the 20. Here we go.
Sorry. 9 points of damage, bludgeoning. You are raging, and wisdom save for the chaos as the chaotic miasma blows all over you.
It's not looking good. An 8 for the wisdom save.
All right.
That's gonna pass.
Same thing. You start to see aberrations of fear and distraction. You move in a random direction. So roll me a d8.
Let's hope it's away from danger.
The reference point is 1 here.
I mean, Druk wants to move towards danger. It's a 4.
4.
Richard wants to
2,
move away from
3,
danger.
4. So you actually go inside
Wonderful.
and fly away over here somewhere. Which is hilarious, because now she can't see you.
I'm just like a big bumblebee flying into...
You're like, and you kind of fly in. She kind of just goes, no, oh, fuck, shit. So she still just has movement, so she's going to run in, but she'll only be able to get sort of just outside the door.
I left my keys in there, damn it!
The cultists at this point kind of look around and they start filtering out through this access way, trying to grab onto the fleshy sack. Two people come over here with this guy and they try to start righting the carriage or pulling it over, but they don't seem to have the physical strength doing such tasks. Fig Duskwood.
Here we go.
20.
Pick.
20. Every time. Do it.
That's a fail. One death save failed.
Druk.
So I have my senses now.
Yes, yeah. Come snap back to senses. Whatever fleeting shadow you were chasing suddenly evaporates, and you realize you've flown inside the thing.
Did they drop? Did any of the cultists fleeing drop any of those torches that they had?
I know they've brought them out. They've took them outside.
Is there any other sources of fire or flame that are not currently being held?
Funnily enough, it's now pretty much pitch black inside here, but I believe you have dark vision. I know you're a regular Dragonborn, aren't you?
Yeah.
So no, yeah. It's
I can't see.
Yeah, it's suddenly gone pitch black.
I can't see diddle either. Okay. Okay. Well.
Moonlight?
Yes, from the pouring rain clouds that are above. Moonlight comes through a passing, and it is now fully lit.
Can I still hear the whipping of Binga and Silver kind of happening?
Yeah.
Yikes. Looking along the interior of the roof, are there a few kind of like skylights double on the way? The one that kind of came through, is that the only one, or are there?
No, there's more windows. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna head down the length of the warehouse.
Down this way.
Yeah. And then can't see anybody, so any attack would be at disadvantage, right?
Correct. Yes.
Well, will I have a little bit of move left over? How much movement have I used?
That was 30. I think you've got 35.
40.
40. Yeah. Sorry, because you're a barbarian.
So
you got 10 more feet if you want.
Yeah, great. Which is going to be just enough for me to duck out the window as soon as I throw a couple of javelins.
Yeah, go for it.
Bingo! If you can hear me, make a noise.
Shock up.
You hear this. Brooke, is that you?
Good enough.
And then a.
And then a 4, and I aim for the bit just in front of the.
You're like. He faded it out just to get like, there it is.
Druck, such experience.
Yeah.
Wiley.
That's gonna be a meme.
Yeah. Can I roll reckless with ranged attack?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that with the next
Because
one.
javelins can be thrown with strength, and it's any strength-based attack that you can reckless with.
Alright, cool. So, I didn't do it with the first one, so that was a 4, so straight up miss.
That's a miss, yeah.
Yeah. This one, I'm going to reckless and just... No. 3.
Reckless, you get advantage.
Yeah, but
he has disadvantage, so it becomes a straight roll.
Straight roll.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
So the first one, you hear it thud into the ground, and Bigger's like, "Oh shit!" but then you hear a shuffle as a gnoll creature does make a bit of a gnollish hyena like giggle as it sort of moves off. You hear it track and just full peg with abandon basically. But you hear it slam into wood again.
The wood is the sound I'd like to hear, actually.
Yeah.
If there's one... I totally don't want to hear the sound of, like, silver.
Silver's just like, you hit me. I'm dying.
So I'm just going to smash out that window.
Yep.
Now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Great. And that's my turn.
Give you Argus death saving throw.
Well, 20.
It's not looking good.
That's a fail.
Is that your first roll?
Second. That's first fail.
So outside there are scenes. Nobody sees them. but for basically mechanical reasons. Or you might be able to see, because that's open. So these cultists are yelling at the Crotas to kind of keep going. So they do continue to move at full pace, dragging the thing away from the fire. And then they start to work on that. Fire continues to burn where the oil spilt, flesh sacks there, and they just continue doing their thing, trying to get that thing and get the hell out of there. At this point, though, light appears inside this area as the cultist there, who had the staff, has picked it up, and now radiant red light is emanating from it, as he seems to have been cast a spell, or activated it, which is his action. But is now well lit in there.
Hey! On brand.
However, it's Ericarina's turn. And she's going to run inside.
And they're gonna go like this at the window. She's like,
Yeah. She kind of sees you and she's just like... but she will just continue forward.
I'm just glad she hasn't murdered us, if I'm quite honest.
well, I think she's got
She could have opportunity.
she's got some other plans for you.
An undead wedding, perhaps?
That's right. She likes you pliant.
She stands there and you watch her hand sort of like the chain sort of drop out of that side, letting the flails hit the ground. This hand, you see the armor has been torn away and is almost bestial.
Oh, Erica.
There's hair sort of starting to grow and it's distended and kind of double jointed fingers now with 3 joints at the end of it. And you watch as it's got carvings of sort of abyssal writing down it. And she starts incanting something, you watch them light up, and then she shoots the hand in your direction, and a miasma of red energy engulfs you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Interesting. Nat 20.
Yeah! You feel energy starting to sort of seep into you to try and basically suppress you, but you manage to push it away
Drop
with the
is
strength of will.
unsuppressible!
She's just like, she is then going to charge as a bonus action, so she gets to move again and just come all the way here. She's like, your friends are dying, Dragonborn.
Death,
Just get out of here.
death is a blessing. And I am blessed of the thunder.
She goes like this and goes, then come and get me.
I'll be right there.
Cultists do cultist things. Fig, death saving throw. Don't roll on that one.
That is a fail.
It's 2 fails.
That is 2 fails.
Oh no. Oh no. Druk, your turn.
I make to fly into there and then yeet a javelin right at Ericarina.
Yep.
As I fly towards Ibiagus.
What's the bar?
For a 23.
23 hits.
And
It's raining.
I think so.
It's raining for real outside, ladies and gentlemen.
Or just very windy, I'm pretty sure.
that is 9 points of piercing damage, 3 points of lightning.
Nice.
She's dead.
Yeah, that's what
And then you go whoop, and fly away. And she's just like,
Can I get to Ibiagus?
I'm just going to be yelling with her all the time. She just gets frustrated with life. 10, 20, 30, 40. So you'll get there.
I'm still flying, right?
And die. You are. Yeah.
Now, if you attach, and not, do you have a healing potion at the moment?
It's an action. It's an action.
Because where you access unconscious, he's not used.
I was like,
The way you threw yourself down to die, you're just like, if somebody's going to give me a healing potion, I need to be in a... there we go.
it just like smashed on his face from a distance and let it trickle in. Just don't roll an at 20.
Just hit him with a pint glass and just hope that the glass shard.
He wakes up, glass all embedded in his face. He's like, I'm alive! I took 1 damage.
But the important part of that statement is wakes up.
Yeah.
The cultist who had the orb, who lit up.
That's inside.
Yeah,
That's this one.
right. And I'm now currently like floating.
You're actually at the other window
Yeah.
where he brought out their spiritual weapon.
Yeah, so the spiritual weapon is just there.
Mm-hmm.
Near me.
Unless you don't want to be next to it.
Yeah, I don't think I do want to be next to that spiritual weapon.
It just means you'll be further away from people. Because you have to go there.
Yeah, that's. I mean, might as well. What else can I do?
Pray to your god.
Talos, hear my prayer. I, Druk, blessed of thunder, wish to dispatch with these unholy creations. Lend me your might, so I may do battle in your honor!
There is a moment of almost like at that point thunder decides to crack, but it is distant.
Then I will end my turn and pray for
Ibiagus to roll a nat 20.
Iliagus, if you can hear me.
It's a success.
It's a success. Okay, that's good. The Crota and cultists do a bunch of stuff over here.
Most importantly, they don't come over and murder me, right?
Correct. Eric Rena's turn.
She's just slashing out with a flail, smashing all the windows in, trying to hit this wily dragonborn.
Yep. Well, she does have charge. I keep forgetting that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she sort of comes out. She comes out there, which the flails are actually out of range.
She can't see me, can she?
Oh, chat was cleared by me already. Huh?
Press the wrong button.
I'm like, what did you do? So yeah, you're kind of flying up there, and she's just going to. She looks back. A little fire going on. Lacrotas. There's a couple of cultists trying to move the carriage. She's going to burn a second level 2 spell slot.
I like this music for this moment.
As again she cants that same spell and flings the red miasma around you. You need to make another wisdom save, my good sir.
Surely I've got another nat 20 in me.
2 or 11.
Between hockey sticks, 11.
This time the red miasma takes and your entire form freezes up. You're paralyzed.
Just hovering there? Or do I
Yeah.
drop?
No, you don't drop. Because you're just like. She's like, now I've got you. But that's her turn. Cultists do some cultisty thing. Big death saving throw, my good
Come
sir.
on.
Have we ever got to a point, Mike, where a character in any game has been this close to full out dying of yours?
Well, I might remind the
Not including
I
the
might
spell.
remind the dungeon master of one Lilith, who may or may not have murdered in bad faith from behind the fabulous dwarven cleric Frustus Foehammer.
Roll your damn save. Roll your damn save.
They're not children.
Oh.
Is it a fail?
It's 11. That's
Oh, that's a pass! Ladies and gentlemen, You're tuned into Coastal Conclave, where Annie's teaching the players respect.
And to go with their first instincts for Fig, it was run away. He did not.
And you rewards cowardice.
Yeah.
Trook, it's your turn. So you do skip your turn, but you get to resave against the spell at the end of your turn. So you'll lose the turn, but at the end of the turn, do another wisdom saving throw.
And rage drops.
It would, yes.
Yeah. 18.
18, okay. So you're not paralyzed, you're not raging, but you are right there.
Someone say a sitting duck. Not me. Not I.
You sitting dragonborn.
Sitting dragonborn. I'm not a duck.
That reminds me.
Ibby Argus.
Oh, Ibby, come on, man.
Don't roll in that one.
It's
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Oh wow. The odds are not in our favour. If we get 3 successes, we're good though, right?
Should go with that one.
You're stable.
It's stable. Not good, yes.
No.
Yes. Still unconscious.
You don't get
at
a
the
hit
mercy.
point back when you stabilize,
Yes.
unless you do a short rest. It's 1 hour. Eric Arena's turn.
It's
She's going to move towards Drook.
I want this flail.
We're going to do the first one. She's not going to do the chaos one first because that's idiotic. She's going to do paralysis first. It's a 23.
So, it's very hard for me to believe that this is not going to KO.
Could be
For 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. That KO'd me 3 times over.
I didn't realize you were so low.
Yeah.
She sort of comes up, and as she's spinning the flail, she's just like, valiant,
It's like doing this.
but against the hunger, against the cunning, carnage, the feast, futile.
Valor is never.
Hit the ground in a crumple. And with that, all 3 of you are in darkness. TPK, okay. Awesome, guys. Well, that's the end of the mini. No. No, so. You know not know how long darkness holds you. But, like all bad dreams, you feel your soul sinking as if the weight of failure holds you. Is this the afterlife? Is this death? No. You do not feel you are dead. Until... Get everybody to roll me a d20. Just give me the results.
13.
9. 5.
Fig.
I mean,
You feel
yes.
raindrops patting your face.
Oh, I feel kind of nice.
And then pain.
Oh, that hurts.
A throbbing headache. Broken jaw, maybe. Broken ribs.
My glasses will be broken.
Maybe. Well, they're magical. They wouldn't break just
It's really
for that.
bright here. It's back on.
You awaken, and as you do, you find no, you've been spared. You're still alive. You're gagged,
Damn it, that's like
bound. Yeah, so it's like blood's trying to come in, but it's getting kicked back, and you kind of just reheave, kind of going back into it. You're bound behind you. You've still got your armor, but your weapons and other gear are missing. and you manage to flip your eyes away. The water washing down them, and as they wash down, blood is also coming down your face. You can feel that irony taste hit the rag. It's soaked in both your blood and the rain.
Do I still have my top hat on?
Sure. And standing, sort of sitting across from you in the back of a cart that's rolling through this night is Karina looking at you. Her eyes flecking with sort of red glow in the dark light. But every so often, lanterns or lights move around, the cultists meandering around the convoy of whatever you're on, catching her visages, and it goes from she almost looks bestial for a second, and then goes back to the soft face that she has when you first saw her, apart from that little cut on her chin. And she looks at you and goes, good, you're finally awake. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Woo! I love that you literally gagged me so I couldn't kill your end line.
I've got to make sure I get my, got to keep the good times rolling. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. That is part 3 of the Cult of Hunger. Our intrepid little band has fallen to the might of this Karina and now seemingly captured by her. We'll find out more about what happens there on part 4, which I think is sometime at the end of October. So until then, have a good night. Follow us, like, subscribe, all the things. Get on the socials. Get into Discord. Yep, we need one more person following us on Twitch to hit 100 followers, which will be a big milestone for us. So please and thank you.
You can be that one. You can be that one.
I think we can figure out who it is, and maybe we'll give them something special. We'll do that.
Send us a screenshot before and after. Here.
Yep. So we're going to call it there. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight, sticking through it. I hope that was it's interesting.
Bloodthirsty, painful maybe.
Yeah. Sometimes you got a TPK party to move the story forward. DMs, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. So next week. Sadly, Luke is away. He decided to go watch a play instead of playing Dungeons and Dragons.
It's going to be wicked, mate. It's going to be absolutely wicked.
It is very good.
Defying gravity.
It is very good. So we have a very special one-shot.
That's not going to make you very popular.
Most people would have seen on the schedule, we had a surprise one-shot for the 20-something of September. And we are going to be doing not a module. It takes inspiration from a couple modules. But it is a one-shot called Minions of Evil.
That's a secret. Or it's not a secret anymore.
It's a surprise. We're announcing it. Minions of Evil, everybody. So Minions of Evil is where our cast are all going to play as the creatures of big bad evil dude. So there's going to be goblins, tiny beholders, whatever the group feels is in flavor with a big bad evil warlord creature. And what kind of minions he would have. But they're not very highly ranked minions. They're kind of like the ensigns, the red shirts, the lower decks crew. And they'll be playing these wonderful cast of companions, minions, on the next episode.
Thugs,
yeah. I mean, Thug is a creature that's below CR2, so you use that one.
I didn't make a commitment there.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Richard has played a Thug next week. But with any luck, and I'll say this now just to give the peer pressure on her, Nat from Elemental Arcade should be joining us as well as a guest star. So you all have been hearing about our wonderful partnerships with that store. One of their staff members, Nat, who I've known for a long time, and especially in the Warhammer thing, she is going to hopefully come and join us for that. Obviously, life and other things might get in the way, but
I don't want to hear these excuses.
Yeah. Until then, have a good night, and we'll see you next Thursday. Goodbye.